The Steel City might be most associated with its legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on another team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hokies will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Pittsburgh's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. So Virginia Tech's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll go to the ground. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Thanks, babe.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
Shit.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
After the misfire, it's second down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Just a short pass to the tight end. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. They try to pop a run on the draw. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the fourth down pass. The defense gets off the field. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. He unleashes a long one. Snatches it on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll start the return inside the spot. And the returner will be dragged down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback had flat fitted in a tight window. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Panthers will hustle to the line. He's back to throw on second down. finds his big tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. They'll give it to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 35. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Complete. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He wants to throw it again, trying to get to it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Let's go! Oh, my God. This mother... I cannot believe that just happened. What the fuck?
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Panthers! What a grab and go for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like,
kill you,
the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. And the quick shuffle pass. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And you cannot blame the big boys up front. The hog mollies get a lot of the blame a lot of the time, but Mr. QB had forever to throw the football, all day to get rid of it. He didn't. He took the shot at the end, and the offensive lineman's literally in himself going, "Shit, throw the football."
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he makes the catch at the 25.
Ha!
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hokies.
Safety left the middle of the field, girl. What's up? Safety leaves the middle of the field. What's up? Middle of the field. Yeah, that's what happens. When you got someone going across the middle of the field, going deep.
Now this offense has even more of a cushion.
There you go. Tony.
And the extra point
just
is
like
good,
that?
and they have an 11-point lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
I hit that blocker, and I bumped
to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Offense gets set for second down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Bruh.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal from way back there. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Why the hell did that one linebacker not lay him out?
Pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Pitt pushing the pace. Now the play fake. Finds his big
I thought I was
tight
going
end.
running back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. We've reached the end of the quarter and Virginia Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Quarterback now breaking the field. Finds a crease at the 20. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Tripped up for the tackle. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all.
How'd you let him that far away from you?
Touchdown, Pitt. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was so.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fake route.
What are we saying that? Okay.
Hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues. About to go 8-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Damn, that's what I'm about. What an idiot.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Pitt right back to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive.
You don't want that big boy hitting, did you?
Scramble, give me an easy first down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's got an open man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back.
You non-catching son of a bitch.
Still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
A strike downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Thank you.
And that pass intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They want that clock to run. Oh, he left him grabbing. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. The give on the inside.
God!
The pickup of 9. It's 2nd and 1.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just feeds the running back. And he'll race it to the house.
Are we surprised? Are we surprised? No.
They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. The opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
Damn, he did get that call.